Hey, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I'm feeling like energized, man. I just had a wicked phone call with somebody who might be related to myself and my brother. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yes, Canon 4 TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Now we are running, say like almost half an hour late because I was on a business call, and oh my goodness. Anyway, we've got some news coming up, some interesting news, and we might be talking about Mikel Arteta and Pep Guardiola in the mix. But before we go into that, there's something of a music intro. Music intro, hit it! I tell you what, that intro music, man, I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss it. But anyway, welcome back to Canon 4 TV, an improp tune, improp. Anyways, it's a live show today. Yes, now, don't worry about subscribing. You don't have to subscribe, but we do want to talk about. So as you probably know, that Pep Guardiola, man, he did it. He did it. 6-7. What a ratio. What a ratio. Well done to Pep Guardiola. And we're going to be talking about whether Arsenal threw it away or were Man City were they that good? Were they really that good? They got over the line? Anyway, the statistics are there. It's in black and white. It's in history. 7 years, 6 Premier League trophies, titles. My lord. But what I wanted to talk about actually was about Jurrien Timber. I was very surprised that Jurrien Timber kind of made it in the second half. I thought, you know what, I don't think there's any real need to play a Jurrien Timber. But there has been some news. Jurrien Timber sends message to Mikel Arteta amid Arsenal exit fears. Really? Jurrien Timber is hopeful that Mikel Arteta will remain Arsenal manager amid fears he could leave the club at the end of next season. Now, Arteta has transformed Arsenal into one of a good team in Europe over the past 4 years, with Arsenal becoming agonising so close to win the Premier League yet again, only for Man City to pip Arsenal at the post again. Now, it is expected that Gunners will contest for the trophy again next season, but there are fears it could be the last campaign for Mikel Arteta. It doesn't actually say it says the beloved manager Mikel Arteta. Now, Arteta did not ease these concerns when he recently admitted that he hoped to return to his native Spain in the future, although maintained he was happy in North London and would hold talks over his future. Arsenal's players have consistently praised Mikel Arteta work, and Timber is hopeful that missing out on another title won't dissuade him from penning a new deal, saying, I think you can tell Mikel is great. I'm not saying that. Timber's saying that. He has made a lot of players better, and he makes a great team. So I think Arsenal need him next season as well. You feel that his team is not finished just yet. It's a good feeling that to have, and it's a good place to be with these guys. But we need to win our first one still. And until that time, we will be hungry for sure. I had a feeling we deserved this year to win it. To be fair, I think in a lot of aspects, the game, we were really good this season. But let's be honest, City are also great. It's also hard, but I think we were close. Next season, we are going to try again. Well, by default, you're in the Premier League, so you have to try, don't you? But just something I just picked up on. We've had the debate and discussion about which player or players has Mikel Arteta made better? And I was scratching my head thinking, which player has he really improved? Lo and behold, it's come to me like a bolt of lightning. Kai Havertz. That's right, I said it. Kai Havertz, I said it. You can get upset if you want to. Kai Havertz, I was one of his still one of his biggest critics. But to see how the guy came from Chelsea, lacking a negative mark on his confidence, You could see it was like, what was it? It was like an experimentation. Where he can fit in the midfield? Is he a striker? Is he a number 10? Is he a number 8? What is he? Is he a number 9? But I've got to hold my hand up and say, now the season is over. Kai Havertz has come into his own. He's so different to when he came and started playing at Arsenal. So different. I mean, he's 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'4". Scored the goal, even though for me there's a big question mark whether Gabriel Jesus handballed it, but it doesn't matter. But if you're going to ask me the question, has he improved any players? Of all players, Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz. Come in a live chat. Do you agree with me? Has he improved, Kai Havertz? Or was it always within Kai Havertz's bloodstream? Yeah. But anyway, Jurrien Timber says that, we're going to go again next season. You have to go again next season. You have to go again next season. But I understand you're coming so close after a long, drawn-out season. And on top of that, Champions League football, only to be pipped by the post again by Man City. Pipped again at the post by Man City. Now, were Man City that good? Or did Arsenal falter? For me, Arsenal faltered at the wrong time. The double, Aston Villa did it over us. Newcastle, you could probably debate, but then you've got to think to yourself, Arsenal had 90-plus minutes to score a goal and to win against Newcastle. So VAR, I understand VAR, but we had that. We had that. Everton, Fulham, a 10-man Fulham held us up. So as Man City were good, were they great? They probably weren't great, but they still got over the line. Pep Guardiola got them over the line. We need to learn our lessons. Mikel Arteta needs to learn his lessons. So I have made the rules. Rules, yeah, the way of a winner. And we're going to get to that in the last segment. But I just thought we'd get that Jurrien Timber news segment out of the way, that he's fearful that Mikel Arteta might be leaving Arsenal. Not now. I hear a lot of you saying, not now. Not now. Possibly next season. Possibly next season. Right, the next news segment. It's an interesting one. Wolves will demand club record for Pedro Neto amid Man City and Arsenal interest. Wolves are set to demand a record fee for prize asset Pedro Neto this summer, with a host of Premier League clubs interested in the Portuguese winger, according to reports. Neto enjoyed a fruitful start to the campaign, notching up 2 goals. Only two goals and 9 assists, but 2 substantial hamstring injuries meant he missed 17 Premier League games throughout the season. Now, the 24-year-old made a brief cameo appearance in Wolves' last game of the season in a 2-0 defeat at the hands of Liverpool, and is expected to attract plenty of interest this summer, despite his limited game time in recent months. I'm not going to read any more on that. What I do want to say is that from a personal point of view, I got scammed because I did my due diligence in investing on a couple of opportunities, and I got scammed out of money. Not vast amount of money. The one, did my due diligence, did my homework, but yet they rug pulled. The 2 other opportunities, I didn't do my homework. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that Arsenal must do their homework. Got to do their homework. Pedro Neto, it says it there, has had a torrid time with injuries. A torrid time. A dynamic player, winger, could be a backup to Bukayo Saka. However, his injury record is not that great. So do we want to be buying a player again where we can see his injury record stands out like, like an elephant in a room? Do we really need to be going to the market and buying? And they've said in the report there, it has to be a club record. Not for me. Not for me. There must be other players who can give Bukayo Saka a run for his money. Gabby Martinelli played on the right-hand side because Bukayo Saka didn't play yesterday. I thought, wow, the guy taking on the wing-backs, putting in quality, crosses. Different, I know, from Bukayo Saka, because Bukayo Saka will run the fullback to the line, cut in, and maybe have a shot. But Martinelli crossing, quality crossing, quality. So let me know what you think about Pedro Neto. Do we need to go in for Pedro Neto? We need to do our homework. Got to do our homework. Anyway, the last segment on this surprise show, impromptu. Anyway, last show. Sorry, the last segment on this evening show was about the rules of a winner, the way of a winner. Rule 1: if it doesn't work, you have to be the one to fix it. You have to fix it. You cannot be making excuses. Oh, it doesn't work. It hasn't worked because of these factors and this, that, and the other. If you have highlighted a problem, you have to be the one to fix that problem. And a mentor of mine used to say, you know, Alex, it's easier for people to come up with excuses, but difficult to come up for a solution. People often make, complaints about, oh, this doesn't work, it's not going to work. But come up with a solution. So as a leader, if there's a problem, you have to be the one to fix it. Rule 2: this isn't a popularity contest. Whatever you do, there's going to be some people who's going to upset. Some people are probably going to hate you for what you're trying to achieve. We're not here to please everyone. And that's just the way it is. Again, an example, Pep Guardiola is cold. You think of all the players that he got rid of or had to sell on. And recent times, Vincent Kompany, Fernandinho in the midfield, Aguero, Silva, David Silva, all those players, you forgot about all those players, and yet they're able to sustain 6 Premier League titles. 6 Premier League titles in 7 years, and now 4 on the bounce. Pep is not trying to make anyone happy. If it upsets you, that's just the way it is, because our main goal is to win the coveted prize. In this case, the prize last season was Champions League, this season, the Premier League. It is not a popularity contest. Rule number 3: be willing to do things you're asking your team to do. Yeah, that's right, I said it. If you're asking your team to do that, you too, as a leader, must be able to show you can do that. You imagine, being in an office, you said, oh, do you know what? Can you kind of tidy up after yourself? Make sure the office is tidy before you leave. And then you leave your desk full of mess. That's not a good example. Be willing to do things that you're asking your followers or your team to do. Last rule: sometimes it's good to listen to your team and humble yourself. Nobody knows all the answers. Whether you're a head teacher, a CEO, a director, I don't know, if you're head of a company, you don't know all the answers. You don't know all the answers. And sometimes it's possibly your team member who has the answer to a problem that you are facing. So sometimes you have to humble yourself and say, actually, you're right. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to open it out to the floor. There's a problem. This is the problem. How do you think we can overcome that problem? Sometimes it's good to listen to your team and humble yourself. Now, I could have gone on and on and on to the break of dawn, but I thought, no, 4 rules. 4 rules are enough. 4 rules are enough. Right, so that is the last segment on this surprise Monday show over here in Cannon 40 TV. But let me know your thoughts. Were Man City so good? Or was it Arsenal kind of tripped up? Oh, my goodness. Oh. Did we do it to ourselves? Or were Man City so good this season? Put your comments in the box, the live chat. I'm going to be going to the live chat in just a moment. Now, some news coming up this week. We will be going live again on Wednesday, and then it's going to be the last Easy Talk on Friday. Yes, the last flagship live show, still the #1 show on Cannon 40 TV. I'm going to be joined by familiar faces like you saw last week, +1. That +1 has still got to confirm with me whether they can make it or not. But make sure you tune in this coming Friday, 7:30 p.m. Different day, Friday, Canon 4 TV, the channel for everyone on the face of the earth. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I think what I also need to do, let me just check. Who did you choose as the man of the match? It's a bit weird saying man of the match, even though we didn't win the Premier League, but we won the game. We won the game. So let's see. So man of the match, had Declan Rice, Saliba, Odegaard, Havertz, Martinelli. We received 680 votes, 2 comments and 21 likes. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. On 9% of the votes, it was Declan Rice. 13% of the votes was a William Saliba. 14% of the votes went to Martinelli. I thought he had a really good game. 27% of the votes went to Kai Havertz. And out in front, it's your Captain Fantastic, Martin Odegaard, as your man of the match. Yeah. And that's going to be the last man of the match that we're going to do on Channel 4 TV. Yeah. Right. Let's go into, actually, let me just double check on the platform formerly known as Twitter. Oh. Let's have a look. All right. John Aguiza has just put a comment on the platform formerly known as Twitter. It says, yes, still on air. Alex is back. Thank you, John. Thank you, Giza. Hope to meet up with you sometime. Even though the platform's coming to an end, we can still be friends. We can still be friends. Right, let me go into the live chat, and I've got our ever present moderator Ashley says, "Hey up, Gooners. Evening, Alex. What can you say? Same next season. We should have the last 2 seasons, but our progress hampered us. We did it to ourselves, didn't we? I stick to my opinion that last season was the best opportunity for Arsenal to win the Premier League. Now, I'm not about to give you a prediction for next season because I've got a funny feeling I know what's going to happen next season. There was a possibility that Pep Guardiola might do it again. But where will Arsenal be? Possibly top 4, but they will not have a better chance again of winning the Premier League. I will stick by that. I'm no flip-flopper. John Giza says, even Ashley. And Colin says, I'm not sure what you mean by that. What does that mean? Evening, Colin. Evening. Let's go, Alex. Whack the heck out of that like button, slackers. I get it, Alex. It's like party. It's a right back to midfield. Do you know what? I was listening on another platform because, yesterday was a long day. Got up early, had to go walkies, had to buy some flowers because we were expecting some relatives from abroad. And coming back from the Emirates, it was a very short video I did outside the Emirates. And on the way back, I was like, I'm going to miss the first half. I said, oh, no, I can use my phone. The signal went. I thought, you know what, next best thing, let me check another platform. And they were talking about and complaining about Thomas Partey. So, but look at Thomas Partey. He's no good. He's too slow. He can't keep up the pace. He's giving the ball away. I was thinking, but we've been saying the same thing for a long time. And what's so interesting is that they weren't saying that. They have not been saying that for the last 2 seasons on this platform. Been lauding this guy as, oh, you know what, you can't sell him because this, that, and the other. And now, oh, no, he's so slow. He can't keep up. He's giving the ball away. I think, come on, man. We've been saying the same thing. Alex, I did say Arteta will die on Havertz Hill, and he did. The keeper situation improved. Honestly, I don't see that. Yeah, but again, I'm thinking because I was asked this question last season, Alex, which player has Mikel Arteta improved? I've got to say, I think Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz. Actually, that said, Granit Xhaka is now an invincible. Anyway, Kai was good as a striker, not good as a left eight. Question is whether good at striker is what we need to get. Yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying, Colin. I understand. And the funny thing is, I'm looking at. We know that there needs to cover on the right hand side for Bukayo Saka. We should also know it that we need a striker. We need a striker. So if you're talking about coming for a left back and a right winger and maybe possibly a replacement for Thomas Partey, what about the striker department? Got to do our homework. Have to do our homework. Kai, I loved him, but would an out and out striker been better? Yeah, would have been. 7 goals, 7 goalkeepers, 7. Once again, Raya was good. Is good taking us past Chelsea? Well, let's ask a question to Pep. Pep, what do you think about the word good? There's your response. Good is not good enough. Good is not enough. No trophy next season. See you later, Mikel. Stats, I mean, nothing in a trophy cabinet. Yeah, but geezer, we've been saying that for the longest time. All this sentimental feeling. And I get it. I understand it to a certain point. But we can't be sentimental about certain players. Actually, about all the players. We can't be sentimental about a manager or a coach. Can't. There's no room for sentiments. I mean, there is after you've delivered the goods, but until that point, there's no room for sentiments. Get the job done first, and then I'll say I love you afterwards. I can't say I love you and you don't deliver the goods. Yeah. Was it on that platform? It was 3 times. The first one was long and drawn out, and I got to say, what really made me upset was that I got a couple people in. I got actually more than a few people in, and one person also signed up his mum. His mum passed away this year. Didn't get to get her money back, and for me that really upset me. Really upset me. So for me that has to be a lesson. Alex, you've got to do your homework. You don't have money to be thrown away. But in order for you to get something different, you have to speculate. You've got to do something different. You can't just be sitting there thinking, yeah, it will come to me. Yeah, I'll get the money. I'm not a professional footballer. But even then, I'll have to go out and play football. So the money's not going to roll in. I have to do something. I have to prospect. But that really upset me, just to see that, this woman passed away and she was not able to get her money back. Anyway, we missed by 2 points. Fulham at the Emirates. And you know what, Colin? You brought that stat about, oh my goodness, that we were playing against a 10-man Fulham. 10-man Fulham. Oh my goodness. Partey at right back, Gabriel benched. But you remember what the story was? That he had some kind of disagreement with Mikel Arteta, and Mikel Arteta benched him. You didn't hear that? Yeah. Some kind of disagreement, and Mikel Arteta said, you know what? There can be only one boss, and I'm the boss. And you know what? You're benched. I'm the boss, and you're benched. What else? Fulham away. Yep. Havertz at left 8. How many points did the manager's decision cost us in those 2 examples? Well, I can only ask him. Arteta, what do you think? He wouldn't take it. He wouldn't take responsibility for that. It's a team sport. We win as a team, we lose as a team, even though I make the mistakes. I agree with you, Colin. Well, hey, really? Oh, God. Colin, behave yourself. Behave yourself. Saliba became the first outfield player to play every minute of the Premier League season for Arsenal. Yeah, Yeah, I saw that stat yesterday. Why did Arteta buy a City cast-offs? I said that from day one. We have to ask him. Have to ask him. Zinchenko, and I feel sorry for Zinchenko. Those times when he was asked to play left back, notably against Liverpool, and he got roasted like a piece of meat on a spit. Roasted. I thought you can't blame Zinchenko. He's not a left back. Lay off Zinchenko. Now, if he made those mistakes further up the field as an inverted left back, then I can understand that. But you're playing the guy at left back. You're expecting him to walk on water. What's going to happen? He's going to drown. He's going to drown. And that's what happened. Anyway, you know what happened. You know what happened. But yeah, cast-offs. John, is he going to leave with 10 million on the contract? Who's going to offer him a better deal? Nearly £1 billion spent in 4 years. FA Cup, a couple of charity shields. Yep, he'd get a better deal somewhere else. I have no idea, man. Where is he going to get a better deal? Barcelona. Prosper. Arteta plays too much, and also the guy can't handle big money. But you know what, Prosper? To me, it's like me giving my children, when they were younger, like £100. Go and invest this £100. Yeah, Dad, we're gonna invest. What does the word invest mean? Yeah, we're gonna invest it, Dad. And they both go off to the corner shop and buy sweets. £100 worth of sweets. KSE, not KFC. Stan Kroenke, just Kroenke. You know, you're giving money to someone who basically doesn't really know. He's relying on Edu to come with his knowledge or nous in the South American market, not so much in Europe. What do you expect? Marquinhos came, then he came, and he went again. Where is he now? Where's Marquinhos? Oh, my goodness. Disabled, who replaces him? But Mikel has no govern right to manage Arsenal, but so far he has been fantastic. Has he? Okay. Was that what? Okay, reality. Roti, training ground marketing proclaimed victory during a mid-season vacation in Dubai, while we should have been playing a Carabao Cup, FA Cup matches. Manager's decision. We are good with that. Listen, Collingwood said that on the Easy Talk. Giving up all those cups to try and focus on the Premier League and Champions League. Take all the cups serious. Take all of them serious. You got a squad. Utilize the squad. Take it serious. Don't say, "Oh, you know what? No. We're gonna give the impression that we try." No, we're not going to try. We're out of it. Take all of them serious. And if memory serves me well, didn't George Graham, did he not win the League Cup as one of his first trophies when he came to Arsenal? I think he did. Prosper, his key problem. Sorry, let me just read it on that side there. His key problem is that he can't handle pressure. His biggest mistakes are always when he's under pressure. I'll tell you what, assembled. I guess it happens to most managers. When you're under pressure, you have tried to prepare your players the best way possible. You've drilled them, so show them what you're going to be doing, the charts, the screens of the opponents, this, that, and the other, and all of a sudden it crumbles. It's difficult, but only experienced managers know how to respond to that. And I have seen on a few occasions Mikel Arteta looking like, "Oh my goodness, no, what do I do now? What does the handbook say I should do? Oh, there's no handbook." That comes through experience. Just ask Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, dare I say it, Mourinho, Arsene Wenger, Conte. Ask those managers and they will tell you. Ask Alex Fergie. They will tell you what you need to do. get the experience first and go up the ladder. Make your excuses and your errors and mistakes there. As you get to the top, then you learn. Boom, you know what you need to do. Anyway, whoops. So John, did Arteta leave when Fergie was running? Did Mourinho leave because Sir Alex was Man U? Did Conte throw in the towel because Fergie was Man U? I'm saying nothing. Colin, Newcastle and Spurs fly Spurs fly to Australia for a friendly tomorrow. I tell you what, I know the guys spoke about it on a Match of the Day, but it is all about the money. The poor players, do not get any respite at all. Get burnt out so quick. Me, boss, I think I pulled a muscle. I can't travel. Yeah, but when's the World Cup? When's the Euros? I might be available for that. The poor players. Arsene leave. Not Arteta. Colin Young, in my opinion, Wenger stayed too long, 7 years too long. Yeah, there or thereabouts, I would say. Shaka statue still going up at California Towers. Man, we're knocking down the tower, man. We're going to be knocking down the towers. So, Grant Shaka, man, go and put your statue somewhere else. He's an invincible, don't you know? Lordy, man. Lordy. We love the body. Well, John, Arsene Wenger did win cups and qualified for the Champions League. 20 and 22 seasons, Arteta has missed the mark. Way off the mark. Colin Young, it got political with Arsenal. Alex, you took a chance. Fair play, made it. Wasn't your fault. Yeah. But yeah. When you see people, vulnerable people treated like that, because work with vulnerable adults and young children. No, got to protect them. The most vulnerable people in our society must be protected. But anyway, Bologna is 3-0 up on Juventus. Mikel Arteta is now on notice. But anyway, I'm not gonna go in. I've said what I had to say. As I think you got a good career as a speaker somewhere, Alex, mate or presenter. Well, I'm going to utilize my my chords in a different way. Try and monetize my voice somewhat differently. You know the channel's coming to an end. 6 years. I mean, that's a marriage for most people. Yeah, everything that has a beginning has an end. You can't get away from it, man. And there's no circle of life. Yeah, what's my circle of life? Yeah, I'm born, I grow up, I die, but no. Alex, I love that you are questioning Arteta, but I'm still waiting for the grand prize from you on it. Colin. Colin, you're funny, man. That's funny. It's not going to happen. Those of you who just tuned in now, we're doing a surprise show this on Monday, and Colin's making me laugh. The Way of a Winner. I mean, I have a way of coming up with these titles, man. Oh my god, what does it mean? The Way of a Winner. I just, I know we were supposed to go live. We were half an hour late because I was on another call with my brother and another guy who turns out he might be related to us, and he was saying, we've got to follow those steps. Those steps are there for a reason, because those steps have proven to work. Don't try and invent those steps, because you won't end up being a winner. You end up being a loser, and you end up doing something you don't want to do. End up, marrying someone you don't want to be with. End up living in a house you didn't want to, living in a neighborhood you didn't want to live in. So you got to control your life, man. Otherwise, life is going to control you. Follow those success steps. And maybe you too, Mikel Arteta, can be a winner. Right about now, he's not a winner, man. But Mikel Arteta Pep Guardiola has shown the way of a winner. Six Premier League titles, man. You can what? 6 Premier League titles. Anyway, thank you for joining us over here. We're probably going to run for another maybe 5-10 minutes. And even then, Colin, you want him to say those words. I'm not going to be saying those words. I know those words you want me to say, but I'm not going to say them. Arteta, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All right, let's go back into the live chat and see, where did we get up to? Where were we? Okay, pressure in the transfer period. I don't know. We have to wait and see. Has he learned? So, like you said, yesterday, transfer market got to show something, man. It can't be, we're just gonna, get this player is mediocre. He'll do. Show me some serious headline signings, not just one. A series, a cluster of signings. But also show me that you're ruthless, like Pep Guardiola, and get rid of the players. There can be no room for sentiments. Get rid of the players. And you know what? I find myself repeating the same things over and over again. Let's see some serious outings at Arsenal and some serious innings at Arsenal. Yes, Alex, aside from George Graham, Klopp and Pep. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just looking at, in our history as our club, was a Carabao. Why? Because winners win and losers lose. Colin, I said last season was our best ever chance of a title. In the next 10 years, I still believe that to be true. Yeah, I said the same thing, Geezer. Last season was the best opportunity to have won the Premier League. And you imagine, 2 consecutive close calls. And the players are thinking, do you know what? The best thing I can do is just go on holiday. The season is a long, old season. 38 games. And now you've got to factor in, the cup competitions, the Champions League. It's a long, old season. So to come so close and be so far away, that will hurt. Because last season, nobody's really expecting us to win. Arteta, you have to learn a lesson, man. George Graham did win it. Poor players, Alex. Do you know what? I wonder how would it be perceived? And that's this question is going out to going out to you. How would it be perceived if Mikel Arteta tore up the rule book? Well, there is a rule actually, because George Graham did show the way. You go into the championship. That's right, into the championship. You earmark certain players for certain types of attitudes. And you bring them at Arsenal, much like George Graham did. If you ever seen the documentary 89, that's exactly what he did. He asked his secretary, you know what, go out and get all the newspapers from, local, around the UK and see, which players are the local players talking about. And that's the same thing what he did. Brought in those players, young, hungry players. That's what he did. So imagine if Mikel Arteta was to do that. How would that be perceived? How would it be perceived? Maybe you think, he's crazy. He's lost it. He's got these young players from these lower leagues playing at Arsenal. Ugh. He's not worth £50 million. He's only worth £10 million. And that's the problem with our attitude as a fan base. If a player doesn't have a lot of zeros after their name, you think, oh my God, he's no good. He's no good. He's not a Declan Rice. Declan, you know, £100 million. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's excellent. But the moment we start talking about players who are like maybe £1 million, 2, 5, 10 million pounds, oh, they're no good. Our attitude stinks. It's terrible. Even more so when we have to play in Europe. Our attitude is terrible. Even more so when we have to play in those other cup competitions. We have the wrong attitude, and it comes from KSE, the ownership. And I'm telling you now, I feel like we are ending Canal 4 TV at the right time. At the right time. Because I can't be dealing with this stuff about my club that's been corrupted, by the way. We've got a 10th kit, an 11th kit. Oh, we've got a remake of the Champions. Stop it. Stop it. We have the wrong attitude. All I care about, and all I've ever cared about when I started doing the channel, was to bring people together. Was to just, give an opinion from somebody who really never got to see Arsenal going to the Highbury Stadium, even though we live less than half an hour from the stadium. I missed that during my youth. I didn't get to do that. But going to school, Highbury Grove School, just less than maybe 10 minutes from the stadium, you go to school on a Monday and you talk to your mates. And some of my good mates were Tottenham supporters. I'm thinking, what? You support Tottenham, but you go to Highbury Grove School. So we would talk about it as if it was just, we're just talking about it. And that's all I've ever wanted to do, just to talk about Arsenal. But when it gets to the point where you're thinking, I'm losing time with my family, I'm getting upset, got my blood pressure up, is it really worth it? It's not worth it. So I don't buy any more Arsenal merchandise. I know my brother bought me the away kit. Thank you, Ralph, for that. But I don't buy any more merchandise. I'm telling you, the channel's finishing at the right time. Finishing at the right time. It's now 3-3 between Juve and Bologna. Arteta on loan, still my take. Only on loan? Wagwan, the original brother. Monty, brother, what's happening, man? Hey, countdown, man. Count the clock. It's starting the countdown, man. And I got a little bit emotional when I was on the instant post-game show with Isaac and Prosser. They probably didn't realize, but I was thinking, it's coming to an end. Gonna eke it out. Alex is coming to an end. I just think 6+ years. Remember we did the you were telling me, Alex, do the membership. I was thinking, right, okay. At least I've got my wingman in Monty, but welcome to the live chat, Monty, my brother. The funny thing is, somebody posted El Nene's best parts, scoring those disgusting goals, man. El Nene, the Egyptian king, he doesn't score easy tap-ins, man. He scores disgusting goals. Oh, I love him, man. But I'm not sure. My question would be, why did we give him a year extension? No, he should have left, man. He should have left. But that's just my opinion. Oops. Alex, are you still? I'm not going to tell you. Do you know what? I said, well, read it in my memoirs. I tell you what, though, there's going to be an interview. There's going to be an interview coming out that I'm going to do. And everything will be laid bare there for you to see. But am I Arteta or am I Arteta? You're going to hear it on an interview. The interview will probably come out once the channel has come to an end. You guys make me laugh. John, all good, thanks. I hope you are well too. Monty, sorry that Luton got relegated. If only they could have defended. Great going forward, but not good at defending, man. Yeah. Monte, a bow to the cannon for the legendary moderator. Love you, man. Yeah, thank you for that. El Neni is one of my of many that should. Monty, what if I told you that I believe it's time for Gabriel Martinelli to be sold as well? Then get rid of City castaways. Bye bye to Eddie and ESR, and you forgot Reece Nelson as well. If I was to go in, I'll be repeating myself because I've said it so many times. Yeah, I think I've seen enough of Eddie and Nketiah. It's time to sell. Smith Rowe, time to sell. Yeah. Reece Nelson, time to go. A lot of players need to go. As I don't think managers have the bottle to do what Jules did. Lee Dixon, true legend. Ian Allison. Do you know what? Ian Allison, I communicated with him through Twitter. And I said, Ian, come on to the channel. And he said, no, thanks. I said, all right. What is it? Is it a title? Cannon fodder. And he didn't respond after that. But Ian Allison, yeah, I've done those videos, player profile, players who play for Arsenal over the last 30, 40, and sometimes 50 years there. But Ian Allison, yeah. But why not? Look at the lower leagues. Championship, League One, League Two. There must be some rough diamonds in there. Mold them into something that can be great. I said, Lee Dixon, yeah. Who was the other player that came from Colchester? What's his name? He did an evening with Liam Brady. So George Graham, there was a blueprint there. And now we have a terrible attitude because players are not worth millions and millions. Do they have to be worth millions and millions? I don't think so. Well, I'll be running for 47 minutes. That's ruthless and would bring lots of dough for reinforcements. A baller to push Saka, midfielder world-class level, and a striker to be more than good. Colin, why get rid of Martinelli and keep Nketiah? That Kool-Aid is different. Oh my goodness. Let's have a look here. And so I agree with you. The club inside has been corrupted. What about money? Locals, I can't even go now. Mate, the game has changed. I'm an Enfield boy and now fan own club. Oh, man. It breaks my heart, man. Breaks my heart. For me, again, just ending Cannon at the right time. Every player that comes in now still has to be a player. Expected to push our starting 11. And fans need to stop the love affairs with the names. The only name that matters is Arsenal. I've always said that. I have always said that. I think the problem is the manager, he got to go and not the players. Oops. Monty says the recruitment needs to be focused on up-and-coming talents that are spotted by the scouting network. We used to have great scouts in the Wenger era. What happened? Emerson says Perry Groves. That's it, Perry Groves. And the geezer who loved to just to be chewing the gum next to Arsene Wenger. Oi, Steve, what do you think, man? Oh my days, man. Yeah. Those days are long since gone, man, because people have different mentalities, different way of doing things. I understand it. But if you're going to do a different way of doing things, then make sure the end result can be better. Do better. We're not doing better. We have not done better. Oh, and not forgetting the owners. I've said that. We said that. Ding, 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 Prosper. You are correct, sir. Can't behave yourself. Nigel Winterburn. Also spoke to Nigel Winterburn. That would never have happened. Never have happened if Cannon TV wasn't around, because I got invited because we did the channel and then someone said, oh, you know what? I'm going to be inviting Nigel Winterburn on my platform. Do you want to come on? I said, oh, okay, yeah. And lo and behold, I got chosen first to ask Nigel Winterburn a question. I thought, I said to Nigel, you know, Alex can afford TV. So how did you feel when the call came that, you know, Arsenal wanted you? And I think he said that, or in actual fact, he was supposed to go to Chelsea, not Arsenal. I thought, oh, there's a golden nugget. But that would never have happened if we didn't have Canon 4 TV. Never in a month of Sundays. Colin, you can send me some of that Kool-Aid. Do we even have scouts anymore? I don't. No, well, I think we do. That ain't my Kool-Aid. I said, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Eddie. Now we have a sporting director scout. Isn't that Richard Garlick's main job as well? I don't know, man. Watch out for Jimmy Gower. He will be a legend on the Edmonton boys or boy. Whoops, I'll get rid of this. Yeah, and so you know, where I'm one of 68 looking in on this surprise Monday show. Thank you. Coming in live chat, we're going to run for just a few more minutes because I have some visitors coming, and I don't want to be seen to be being rude and do my live show here. And next door, we've got family members come all the way from Colombia via Europe. Right. What else was there? What else? I'm feeling a little bit hot now. Oh, this was the other thing I wanted to talk about. After everything that Bukayo Saka has been through, and I mean literally everything being kicked up, you know, upside down, left, right, and center, you know, been stamped on, played, you know, until the cows come home. And then come last game of the season, he had a muscle problem. Did you not find that a little bit strange? No? I don't know, maybe it's just me, man. Bukayo Saka, I was surprised. I mean, I've got that bit of news when I went live outside the Emirates, and it was Ash who said, oh, actually, by the way, Alex, Bukayo Saka is not in the starting 11 because he has a muscle issue. I was thinking, what? So after everything, oh, you know, even the Champions League, you know, all those games for the season, I was a little bit surprised to see that he did not play the last game of the season. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. We have a world-class PR at Arsenal. Kool-Aid got days, baby. I tell you what, some fall for it. No, a lot fall for it, and some don't. And I'm in the camp that some don't. I don't fall for it, man. I don't fall for it. Right. So what we're going to do. So we'll look at these last few comments here. Oh, sorry, I've missed these comments here. Oh no. Oh no, come on. No, I can't go back up. Oh, I can go back up. Thank God for that. Colin says, great show, Alex. I love this family you built. Yeah, I couldn't have done it on my own, man. It's not a family of one, it's a family of many. Like button. Well, you don't have to like the button. Headbutt that thing, you slackers. It's a great segment, and big up all the gooners here. Get off. Get off. We appreciate your time here. I get where you're coming from, Alex. It's hard to shout out from the rooftops for Arsenal. Everyone, when basically the people who are running, it only cares about money. But, you know, I can understand that. I can understand it because if you're a businessman, but also they do say behind every great wealth, there is a crime. We let the wolf come in with sheep's clothing, you know, and the damage is already done. The damage is already done at Arsenal, and it's going to make a humongous effort to turn this big old ship around and get back to the basics. You know, the family values at Arsenal. You know, and yeah, you can run it as a business, but also don't forget, without the fans, you really don't have much of a club. You imagine coming last day of the season, it could be between three clubs, a three-way shout. Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal. And you're walking past the Emirates, and the Emirates is silent, quiet, because everyone's, they've no, can't deal with Arsenal anymore. You need your fan base. You need the fans. And I tell you what, when I was, coming out from an Arsenal Arsenal station, I felt a little bit dizzy. The atmosphere outside the Emirates was incredible. But you can't keep, using the fan base as a cash cow. Or actually you can. And you have been. But for how long? For how long is this gonna go on for? Right. Just one on for this last few comments here before we wrap it up. It's another peculiar decision. Sam Lokonga is going to be a revelation next season. He ready to take a party position. I tell you what, I see the guy scoring that goal. I can't remember who he was playing against, even though Luton got beaten there. He looks like a different player. But because you know what Mikel Arteta is like, if he doesn't trust you, you don't get to play. You don't get to see the light of day. And if you're vocal, you're out of the club. Yeah, just ask Matteo Guendouzi. Didn't last long. Yeah, just ask Aubameyang. If you're vocal against the coach, you're out of the club. So it'd be interesting to see if he's going to trust Albert Sam Lokonga next season, or is he going to think, you know what, Sambi, yeah, you had a bit of a run. We gave you a chance. We put you out on loan. We're going to sell you. That'd be sad. That'd be really, really sad. Let's have a look here. Evening, all. Come on, you Gunners, says John. I don't see any new names in the live chat. Lokonga, Monty, do you want us to bring Ronaldson back? Another peculiar decision by Arteta, giving Saka a break in an important game. Yeah, I just found it very interesting. Very, very interesting. We've been saying for the last 2-3 seasons, the guy needs a break, but we didn't envisage that Arteta was going to give him a break for the last game of the season. Boss, I need a break. No, you keep going. Yo, boss, I nearly broke my ankle. No, you keep going. We need you in the last game of the season. No. I've got a muscle injury. The last game of the season. That, for me, that was very, very strange. Very, very strange. My only question to you, Alex, do you want to hang it up with Arsenal winning like the Spuds? Yeah, I do. I'm hanging up my boots and my gloves. Oh dear! But you know what? Prosper, was it Prosper or Isaac? Said, they said something very interesting, and I completely agree. And much like sportsmen, whether it's a footballer or a boxer, you want to hang up your gloves when you're on top, not when the sport is saying to you, you know what, it's time for you to retire. So, like the channel, we want to end when we are, well, as from our perspective, whilst we are on top. We don't want to be like just drawing things out, because back in the day, I remember we were just talking just for the sake of talking. I was thinking, we're just talking for the sake of talking. We just end the show. There have been many times when, I've invited guests. This is for previous guests many, many years ago. I'll say, all right, we're going to do a live show. I'm going to count you in, and I will do like a preview. Oh, we're going to feature this guest and that. And then come the Friday, the guests wouldn't turn up. They wouldn't turn up. So it'd be me just talking myself. I said, right, well, I'm not going to just talk for the sake of talking. I'll end the show. So less than 5 minutes, I ended the show because that wasn't the way it was supposed to be. So like the channel, I don't want to draw things out. Oh, we're just here, just to talk and no, let's end it whilst we're on top. Not like the Spuds. Colin, he has been superb this season. Yeah, about Albert Stanley Lakonga. But, I mean, anyway, no. Just fuming, Monty. I agree. Give him a pre-season look. Absolutely. You have always been on top in our book, Alex. Canafoy TV for goodness all over the world. Like I said yesterday, it has exceeded my expectations, to be honest. I mean, the numbers, I remember saying to my brother, if we get maybe like 1,000, I'll be happy. Oh, we can get 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. 20,000. Oh my goodness. And then my brother said, oh, do you know what? We're going to do a free giveaway when we reach 50,000. I was thinking, yeah, but I'm the one having to do the legwork. I thought, no, 6 years and some change is enough. It's enough. But thank you for those comments there, Colin. So what we're going to do, let me bring this back up. So Arsenal news today. Let me turn this back. So I did ask a question at the top of the show. Was it that Man City was so good? Or was it that Arsenal just gave it away to Man City? Which one was it? And if you ask my opinion, ask me for my opinion. Arsenal made mistakes where they should not have made mistakes. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Aston Villa, managed by Unai Emery, who was dispersed less than 2 seasons, 18 months, did the double over us. Newcastle, we can go on about VAR, but, a moment in time in a match that lasts for 90 plus minutes. 90 minutes is more than enough time to score a goal and another goal and another goal. Come on, get off. Then you look at Fulham, my second favourite club. 10-man Fulham drew, and then we lost. And we lost. Everton. So there are points in the season where Arsenal should have done better. Make the Emirates the fortress, go away from home and do the business. Man City, for me, were really good, but they weren't great. And Arsenal have a lot of catching up to do. Next season is going to be a long old season again. We're hoping to see some new faces, not just any old face or faces, some quality faces. Sorry about this. Yep, sorry about that. Pep Guardiola did it, man. He did it. And then we spoke about how Jurrien Timber is kind of fearful that Mikel Arteta will be leaving at the end of next season. And let me kind of bring up the report here again. Oops, where are we? Ooh. There's a report. Yeah, so Jurrien Timber sends a message to Mikel Arteta amid Arsenal exit. I think what? Jurrien Timber looking to leave Arsenal? No, not Jurrien Timber. Mikel Arteta. Thinking, really? Anyway, Arteta has transformed Arsenal to some extent into one of the good teams in Europe. Actually, it doesn't say a good team. This is one of the best teams, but I don't want to say the word best. He's turned Arsenal into a good team. Best team means that they've won some silverware. They haven't won some silverware. It's expected that the Gunners will contest for a trophy again next season, but there are fears it could be the last campaign for the beloved. I'm not saying that. The report's saying that for the manager. His contract at the Emirates expires in the summer of next year. The 42-year-old has been heavily linked with returning to another one of his former clubs in Barcelona. Now, Arteta did ease these concerns when he recently admitted that he hoped to return to his native Spain in the future, though he maintained he was happy with staying at North London and would be holding talks over his future. Now, that part, I kind of joked that he would be happy to stay at Arsenal. I can hear some people saying, oh, my goodness. He's happy to stay at Arsenal. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, so Jurrien Timber said that he has made a lot of players better and he makes a great team. So I think Arsenal needs him next season as well. You feel that his team is not finished yet. It's a good feeling to have, and it's a good place to be these days. But we need to win our first one still. And until that time, we will be hungry for sure. I had a feeling that we deserve this year to win it. But to be fair, I think a lot of the aspects of the game, we were really, really good this season. But let's be honest, City are also great. It's also hard, but I think we were close. Next season, we're going to try again. So you can write, okay. And then there was news, some kind of transfer news of some sorts. Wolves will demand record amount of money for Pedro Neto. Now, I gave the analogy of the story about me being scammed on a couple of opportunities. One of which I did my due diligence. The other two, not so much. And I lost money. I didn't lose a lot of money. Otherwise, my wife would have killed me. But she knows about it. So the point I'm trying to make is about Arsenal have to do their homework. The report does say here, even though Pedro Neto made a cameo appearance in the last game of the season, he has missed 17 Premier League games through injury. Arsenal, do your homework. Do you want to go for a player who, apart from this, has had some spots of injuries? And when you're thinking about, oh, we need quality backup for Bukayo Saka, and you're buying a player who has a glaring history of being injured, do you really want to go in the market for a player that the club are saying, if you want to buy our player, one of our prized assets, you've got to come up with some serious amount of money? So for me, it is a no. I love Pedro Neto. He's a dynamic winger on that side. Will be fantastic competition for Bukayo Saka. But I'm thinking, no, we don't want to be going in that same direction again. Arsenal, do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Do it. And then I spoke about the ways of a winner. Now, I came up with these rules. These rules. So rule number one, the way of a winner is, if it doesn't work, you have to be the one to fix it. If you have highlighted a problem, there is a problem. Houston will have a problem. You have to be the one to fix it. You can't say, oh, it's not working. And then you're thinking, yeah, it's not working. And you don't do anything about it. You have to do something to fix that problem. Rule number two, this isn't a popularity contest. We're not here to make everyone happy. You can't make everyone happy. There are going to be some people who love you. There's some people who respect you. There can be some people who don't like you and some people who hate you. That's just the way the world is. But we're not here as leaders to make everyone happy. You know how that goes. You can't make everyone happy. It is not a popularity contest. Rule number three, be willing to do things you are asking your team members to do. Be willing to do things you're asking your team members to do. So I gave the example, I'm an office manager. Oh, can you make sure that you clean up your desk before you leave the office? Meanwhile, my desk is a tip full of rubbish. Now you see Pep Guardiola, doing the drills with the players. He's asked them to do that because he was able to do that. Be willing to do the things that you're asking your team to do. Rule number four, sometimes it's good to listen to your team and be humble. Humble yourself. Nobody knows everything. Nobody knows everything in this planet or this universe that we live in. Nobody knows everything. Even as teachers, we don't know everything. Sometimes you have to ask your team members to have a vested interest and say, right, there is a problem. How can we fix the problem? We don't know everything. So sometimes you have to listen to your team and humble yourself. And unfortunately, from what I've seen from Mikel Arteta, he's not someone able to humble himself. He can't do it. It's not in his makeup. It's not part of his constitution. It just doesn't do it. And that's it. That's it. That is it. Let's go through this last few comments here because my visitors have not arrived yet, so I can still go for a few more minutes. We've been running for an hour and 10 minutes, and you are watching me over here. 72 of you. The way of a winner. How do you become a winner? You're not here to please everyone. You're not here to please everyone. It's just the way it is. Sometimes humble yourself because we don't know everything. Sometimes you have to listen to, your team. Sometimes, not all the time, because you've got to remind them that there can be only one leader, or two leaders, or maybe three leaders. Right. Oops. Oh my goodness. Singing Barry White, that's right. I encourage that, and Alex piped that out. I don't feel embarrassed, man. I tell you what, I've done some shows, live shows when I'm walking to work, live shows coming from work, some shows back in the day outside the Emirates with my wife filming me when it was raining, shows when I've been sick, shows when people said, can you sing Barry White for $2? $2? And I did it. Oh dear. Alex, you built something special here. Do you know what, Monty? We built it. We built it. Big up Canfoy TV and every single one of the followers and subscribers that have been on this incredible journey. I hope at some stage, because I'm still going to keep in contact with a lot of you. Some of you, live in far off, distant countries that I can only dream of traveling to. But who knows the future? Who knows the future? Pedro Broken Neto, please, Arteta, learn. Even a Wolves fan who is a mate of mine said that they can't even rely on Neto. That's how injury prone he is. Yeah, not for Arsenal, man. Did Arsenal ask Arteta to play right back? He found his position. Not stubborn, man. I think someday may have that pretty GQ here fall out with that rule. Oh my goodness. All right, I think we've come to an end. There's not any comments on the artist formerly known as Twitter that I can see of. We could probably refresh the page to see where we are with the man of the match versus Everton. Yeah, let's just see where we are with that. Okay, 7 more votes. We're now at 687 votes, 2 comments and 21 likes. Declan Rice, 9% of the votes as man of the match, 12% for William Saliba, 14% for Martinelli, 27% for Kai Havertz, and out in front as your man of the match for the last game of the season was Martin Odegaard of 38%. You slayed it, Alex. Great show from a great man. Thank you for that, Colin. And you know what? We have come to an end. I don't want to upset my visitors, even though they haven't arrived yet. The way of a winner. The way of a winner. Oh my goodness, what a title. What a title. We will be back on Wednesday. I can't do a show tomorrow because I've got a presentation I need to go to. Not football related. This is something else. But I will be back on Wednesday. I might put an invitation out to 1 or 2 members before we wrap up Cannon Foy TV. And of course, on Friday, as you know, we'll be doing the Easy Talk. It's still the #1 live show on Cannon Foy on the channel. And just to think how it all started, it didn't start too well, man. Oh my goodness, didn't start too well. But how it's ending, I'm very, very proud. Very, very proud. Right. I've just got a couple of notices. Methinks. Yeah. So before I end the show, here's a couple of bits and pieces. Let me. Should I need? What do I need to do? Yeah. Have a look at this. Have a look at this. And we just see it just in 2 ticks.
Yeah. What's up, baby? Say cheese. Send it out, purple Mercedes. Fall in love, why don't you make me?
Oh, that was very quick. That's very, very quick. What happened here? Oh, let me stop the presentation. Oh, here we go. Right, so let me get back to this. And right, have a look at this. You're probably thinking, what was that about? Well, it's about earning a little bit of cash, actually a lot of cash. If you're probably remotely interested, look, the email is in the description box below. You can send me an email at arsenalrepublic1@gmail.com. Wow, getting paid to travel, man. That's what it's all about. Anyway, we have come to an end on this show. Thank you to you for joining me over here. It's been wonderful. I'm actually really surprised at the numbers. We don't look at the numbers much these days. No, we don't. We don't. But I will be back on Wednesday, giving some more live news. And on Friday, we get back with the Easy Talk, the last Easy Talk on Canon 4A TV. And the rest, we'll leave it in the laps of the gods. Until then, thank you to each and every one of you. It has been a blast. Got a lot off my chest. Thank you to my moderators, Ashley, and of course, Monty, brother Monty. Thank you. This Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.